Hello, in this tutorial we are going to learn to do what I'm showing you, what you are seeing. It's an improvement from the last to the last tutorial, okay? In the last tutorial we learned how to move the view with the mouse, but I'm going to show you what we did in the last tutorial. It was this. We have the camera view, but my character is turning with the camera, so I cannot see the front of my character. Okay, now we are going to learn to get this. I can turn around my character, and when my character is working, automatically aligned with the camera view, okay, like this. So I can see the scenario, I can see my character free from any point of view, from any angle, but when my character is working, automatically go back to the right alignment. Okay, so we are going to start from the last tutorial, this one. We have our character movement. If you didn't see my last tutorial, you have a link right here right now to see my last tutorial. Okay, so we have this, and we are going to remember what we have is just a cue with the movement. Okay, here all these logic bricks is about the movement of the cue. My character with its skeleton, it's parented to the default cube. So what I need now is a second cube. Okay, instead of parent the skeleton to this cube, I'm going to parent it to another cube. Okay, first I'm going to delete the parent. My armature parent is parented with the cube. I'm going to delete this like this. I'm going to delete the this parent. Okay, I'm going to add a second cube right here, mesh cube, and I'm going. If you want to scale it, you have to do it in edit mode to not change the scale. That is, what is the scale? Here. If you change the scale later, when you parent the skeleton to the cube, it's going to deform the skeleton. Okay, so if you want to scale it in edit mode, we are going to do something like that. Okay, it's not working my mouse right now. Okay, it's the first time that I have to change my mouse in the middle of a tutorial. Okay, let's go. We have the cube here, the second cube here, and I'm going to parent the skeleton to the cube, to the second cube. Okay, I select the skeleton, the cube, Control P, object, and I'm going to put the skeleton in the right position like this. Okay, more or less. And now I'm going to parent this second cube to the first one, but I don't want this cube follow the first one, but I don't want the cube make the same rotation as this one. So to avoid to copy the rotation, I am going to use a vertex parent. Okay, so I have to select this one, tab to enter in edit mode, and I'm going to select one vertex, and I'm going to move this vertex to the center like this, and I'm going to push Control P. A Blender asks me, make vertex parent. Yes. So let's see what I got. If I push P, now, oops, I had something weird because I didn't set the second cube to a no collision object. So I get weird, rare or strange collisions. Nope. Again, something is wrong. Okay, I'm going to set my character and the skeleton to no collision 2. No collision, no collision. And I'm going to make it, I'm going to move everything closer to the floor, like this. Let's see what happened now. Now, yes, what I have, I have my cube, my mouse movement, like in the previous tutorial. But now I can turn the camera and I can see my character. But my character is always pointing to the same place. Okay, this is what we get. If you remember, this is what we get with the vertex parent. I'm going to show you that way. If I like this, if I get visible the first cube here, what we get in a vertex parent is that, sorry, here, the two cubes are parentic, but the second cube doesn't copy the rotation of the first one. And my character is parented to the second cube, so my character is copying the rotation of the second cube, not the first one. So I can, and the camera is parented to the first one, so I can turn the camera around my character. Okay, but I don't want this. I don't want my character always is get the same orientation. I want to my character turn when I start working, when my character starts working. Okay, let's see how can we do that. And it's very simple. We are going to use a track actuator. So my second cube now is always pointing, is always with the same orientation. And I'm going to do the same thing. In front of the first cube, I'm going to add an empty arrow. And I have to put it exactly in the front of the first cube, like this. And I'm going to parent the empty to the first cube. Control P, object. Okay, the name of the empty is empty. You can change if you want here, but I'm going to leave empty. And I want to do this. I want to track the second cube, track the empty. So I'm going to set always actuator and controller and a edit object track to actuator. So I have to select the object that I want to track. In this case is empty. I want to join this. I have to join this and join this, and that's enough. If I go to texture mode, camera view, and I push P, now it's tracking, but in the opposite direction. Okay, it's always facing the camera. I can correct this in a few ways. The simple one is like this. It's rotating just the skeleton. Okay, the second cube is tracking the empty, and I have to rotate 180 degrees the skeleton to point to face the opposite side. Like this, push P. Now, yes. Now I have my character always facing at the front, but you can say, huh, everything you did at you are exactly in the same point when you start. Okay, it's true, but the only thing that I have to do now is to change this tracking, this here, second cube, this, where is the second cube? Here. This tracking option, instead of always, I'm going to use a keyboard, the W key. W key is the key that I'm using to move the first cube. The first cube, when I make a motion animation, the movement is going, I'm using WASD. Okay, so the key that is making move this cube is W. So the same key is going to make the second cube to track the empty. So now, if I do that again and I push P, I get my character. I can turn the mouse around my character, and when I push W, my character get the right orientation, but in a very unnatural way. The only thing I have to do is make a time. Instead of 0, I'm going to use, for example, 10. So now my character is turning in a very natural way, like this. Okay, I can turn, I can see around the scenario, around my actor, my character, and I can get the right orientation. The only thing I have to do now is just to make this invisible and this one too. Okay, I'm going to do this now. Get move the camera like this a little bit, and that's exactly what I want to get. A better mouse movement. Okay, a mouse view movement. I can turn around my character. I can see any direction I want, and my character is always, when it's moving, is always facing in the right direction. That's all. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you can understand my English.